This 2014 Soccer World Cup preview is brought to you by Specsavers. I'm Jennifer Sanasi, you're watching News 24 Live, and welcome to our series of videos where we give you all of the latest breaking news regarding the 2014 Soccer World Cup, and these are brought to you by Specsavers. Joining me in studio is Sport 24 editor Garen, and he's going to let us know what we can expect moving into the semi-finals. Hello, Garen.
Hi, Jen. How are you?
Good. Well, some exciting games happened over the past couple of days. I know you said that Brazil might have gotten sent home. It would have been a huge upset, but they managed to make it through and are in the semifinals. Why don't you take us through some of the things that surprised you in that game?
Right. Yeah, I did predict that they'll have a tough game against Colombia and their fellow South American opponents. But they scored an early goal, and I think that was key. And then the Colombian team, a little bit less experienced than their Brazil opponents. They were never really in the game. I was quite disappointed with them. They played far better in earlier parts of the tournament. I think they were, the headlights of the quarterfinals maybe got to them a little bit. They went 2-0 down just before half time. They did score a consolation 80th minute penalty, so that Brazil ended up winning 2-1. Probably a fair reflection of the game. So Brazil, as hosts, through to the semi-finals. They're going to play Germany, who I picked earlier in the tournament to win. I just have to add that. Germany were, again, too good for France. Again, a very, very early goal. Germany went up, I think, after 5 minutes, 1-0, and they held on to that lead. It wasn't the most exciting game. France had a couple of opportunities, but nothing really like a serious attack on the German goal. So that's the first semi-final. That will take place on Tuesday night at 10 o'clock South African time. A little late start. Stay up if you can to watch that. It should be a really, really good game. And then in the second semi-final, we've got Argentina up against the Netherlands. Both teams not that convincing in the quarterfinals. I think I remember, if you remember, I mentioned that the Netherlands-Costa Rica game was one to perhaps forget. It would go to penalties, and it did in the end. The Netherlands sneaking through, so out go Costa Rica. And Argentina, again, they beat Belgium 1-0. Again, not a great performance by Lionel Messi's team. They're sort of like a one-man team at the moment, and he's sort of doing enough to get them through each stage. They've recorded a number of 1-0 victories, so that's pretty much a lottery of a semi-final. The Dutch losing finalists in 2010 in South Africa in the final. I'm not too sure if they'll have enough to beat the Argentinian teams in South America. Obviously fanatical support for the Argentinians. So that's the Wednesday semi-final. Again, it's at 10 o'clock South African time.